Hey everyone, this is Ryan with the programming video for the week of July 29th. So, big push here to get you all signed up for Level Method because the following week we are actually going to be doing some testing during the week there. At least expect that a couple times during the week. In addition to that Saturday class where we always got testing at 9 o'clock in Fishersville on Saturdays. Commitment Club. Get your last couple attendances in this week before July ends, and we'll get closer to getting that dunk booth for our dunk tank for the coaches. This past weekend, or depending on when you watch this, on the 27th, we've got graduation and Back to Basics boot camp in Fishersville, and you'll see lots of those people joining us in class afterwards. And then our Stanton Enlistment Day for the next Back to Basics boot camp is August 17th. We've already got about 10 people signed up for that. So spots are going quickly. If you got friends or family that want to participate, let us know. We'll get them an information session so they can learn more about the Back to Basics program. All right, on to programming. So Monday in CrossFit, we've got a chipper here. So chippers, you kind of go through and do all of one movement before you get to move on to the next one. You've got 20 plus minutes of work here, so this is all about kind of constant movement, spacing out your breaks so that you're strategic about them, so you're not spending too much time staring at the bar. For the most part, you're going to move consistently through this, except when you get to the toes to bar and the wall balls, you'll have to have strategic breaks there. Interesting thing about this one is at the orange, we've got these toes to eye level as a scaling option. I love this. So this is basically reinforcing that idea that you can still do big, strong kips hanging onto that bar, but you don't have to get your toes to the bar to still get great work in with this. So you're going to make sure you can maintain your kip, probably wanting to do sets of 5 or 6 for most of the time here. Maintaining your kip, and even if you can't get your toes to the bar, you can still be aggressive in bringing those knees up with your kip and keep cycling through it. And then we'll have a glute finisher for you that day as well. Extra credit is going to be rolling out because you're going to do plenty of work that day, and then the skill acceleration will be kipping toes to bar. If you want to come into class beforehand and figure out what your scaling option will be for the workout, it's a great time to do that. Come in, get some kipping toes to bar practice, and you'll know exactly what you're going to do for the workout. If you're in the workout and you see, hey, I want to get better at this, stick around afterwards to practice that. Our CDC workout for that day is Vitality, and it's actually going to be Vitality Month this month as well. So expect a few more Vitalities. We'll get our Vitality testing in and our Vitality strength interval in this month as well. So the workout itself, the similarity to CrossFit is it's all a lot of cardio. But looking at this one, there's a ton of core. It may not say sit-ups or anything like this, but you're going to be feeling your core, especially with these single-sided movements and the hand-to-hand swings. And then you'll even feel it in the cash out there with the windmills. Tuesday's CrossFit workout, more cardio. So 2 10-minute AMRAPs with very little rest in those AMRAPs. So 2,000-meter rows or 1,200-meter runs for most people. And then doing as much work as you can with thrusters and burpees to finish out those times. So if you look at the goals here, if you're starting on that rower, you're going to do a 2,000-meter row for most people, and then that's going to take 8 minutes or so. Whatever time you have left, you're going to finish with thrusters. The goal there is to get at least 20 thrusters in, so you're going to go right to work with that. Less time running in the next interval, which gives you more time to get those burpees in. Your goal will be to get 30-plus burpees in on that. And then we've got a core finisher for you that day. No skilled acceleration that day, but plenty of extra credit. Going to get a good arm pump in there with the barbell curls, and then we'll get to play with some diamond push-ups there. Even if you can't do diamond push-ups from your toes, there's still modifications there. You can definitely get a lot of good work in with diamond push-ups from your knees with that, really burning out the triceps. You kind of get a choice this day. If you're doing CrossFit, you're going to get a lot of cardio in. If you're doing CVC, you get to work on that strength and explosiveness and power. So kind of comparing a 2,000-meter row to 10 20-second row sprints. So you get to pick your poison that day. Rowing for endurance or rowing for sprints. And then we've got some leg work and push-up work in there as well. Wednesday, CrossFit, clean and jerks. We've been doing this a couple times over the past couple weeks. Last time we did clean and jerks, not just in the strength, but also in the workout portion. We're just going to be doing cleans in the workout portion that day, so we're going to make sure everybody's got a good clean that day. And then maybe if you're doing going overhead, we'll talk about that a little bit as well. But we'll make sure everybody's doing working efficiently through their cleans, because you'll need it in the workout that day. 5 rounds of 12 hang power cleans going into front squats, and then some type of advanced push-up technique there. Looking at this is really aggressive, trying to get all this work done in under 8 minutes. So you've got to push hard on this. I really feel sorry for those people at the blue and purple that day. That is a brutal workout with those weights, trying to get it done in 8 minutes. You might see some discrepancy that day, where those going heavy are gonna finish a little longer than those that are conservative on your weights. But either way, you're going to get a great workout that day. It's going to be fast and intense. Cash out, we'll cool down with some rowing and rolling out, and then we'll do some power clean work as well in the skills acceleration. All right, our Hump Day HIIT class. Looking forward to this. So in Hump Day HIIT class, we've now introduced deadlifts before with the barbell, and we've introduced this idea of kind of understanding weights that you're going to need to get the appropriate workout in a Hump Day HIIT class as well. So last time we did deadlifts with the barbell, we did it in an EMOM, but this EMOM is going to be a little bit different. Not a whole lot of rest here. In fact, that first minute of the EMOM, every minute on the minute you're working, is 10 ring rows and 5 heavy deadlifts. That's going to take most of that minute. There's not a whole lot of rest accounted for there. And you'll go immediately almost into that ab mat sit-up portion where you're going to work the entire minute getting as many sit-ups as you can, and then going into the bike and getting as many calories as you can in that minute. So you essentially don't have any rest program for the first 3 minutes of that cycle. Your rest comes in the next minute of that EMOM. And so by the time you're done with this, you'll have gone through this sequence 5 times, which means 25 total deadlifts that time. So we can go heavy because we're only doing 25 deadlifts over the course of 20 minutes, and we'll use the barbells if we're comfortable with that to get heavy. The strongest guys are probably going to be able to do 275. We may not have anybody do that day. Same with the ladies at 185. Most people are going to be working around that 135 or 95 pound range. And if you're not doing that, we'll have the kettlebells out for you as well. What's going to be unique about this is everybody's going to be working in kind of groups of 5. So everybody will start on the ring rows and deadlifts, and you'll keep cycling through that. So if you're not the first group, you'll be watching the first group or the second group if you're not in the second group. So everybody starts with the ring rows and deadlifts and ends on the bike through this sequence. Thursday, really encourage you guys to come to the skills acceleration that day if you can before class starts, because we will be covering kettlebell snatches that day. So even if you're not going to do the kettlebell snatch in the workout, you'll be able to learn what that technique is. So this is kettlebell day. You'll make friends with the kettlebell. 4 rounds for time. You've got 200-meter run, one-handed kettlebell movement, either in the Russian swing or the kettlebell snatch. And then if you're snatching, you're holding that kettlebell overhead. If you're not snatching, you're holding the rack position and doing reverse lunges on one side, and then you repeat for the other side for 1 full round. It's going to take close to 20 minutes to get this done, so pace yourself. Don't go too aggressively through that. And then we've got a core finisher with some planks there. The extra credit, as I've already said, the skill acceleration, as I've already said, will be the kettlebell snatch. Really encourage you to check that out if you haven't seen that before. And then plenty of extra credit there to cool down those shoulders and work on the core. Vitality workout in CBC that day has got a lot of overlap with the CrossFit workout that day. So early in the week, you could choose to do something different between the two different days or 2 different types of programming between CBC and CrossFit. Now, the later part of the week, there's lots of similarity between the two. So kettlebell snatches in CrossFit, dumbbell snatches in our Vitality workout that day. There's cardio with the kettlebells in CrossFit and running. And then we have the Running Man and Lateral Running Man, which is all going to be cardio as well. So a lot of overlap between these 2 days here between CrossFit and CBC. Pick your poison. All right, Friday, push press. So we did clean and jerks earlier in the week, but we emphasized the clean over the overhead position. So today we're gonna on Friday do the overhead work there. If you're working at the yellow or orange or the white, you'll see 5 to 7 sets of 8 reps. Be very conservative with your weight there. You're going to get plenty of work in just doing that number of reps. And keep in mind that in the workout, you're going overhead again. This is a open workout, so you know it's going to be tough. Just a 10-minute AMRAP of a moderate weight for the shoulders to overhead, so that could be a press, or push jerk. We'll cover that in class. That will pretty much stay unbroken. The deadlifts will stay unbroken. The box jumps will keep moving. So you can probably get through that sequence for most part in under 2 minutes. So I'm looking at 5+ rounds for this, but it's just going to be constant movement for the entire 10 minutes. And it's an open workout. It may not look that bad, but since it's an open workout, you know it's going to be tough. We've got cool down then with mobility stuff, rolling out, and then skill acceleration will be push jerk. It applies directly to the workout you got that day. So like I said, we've got some overlap now later in the week. So we're going overhead in CrossFit. We're going overhead in CBC this day. We're going with deadlifts in CrossFit. We're going with deadlifts in our commitment workout that day as well. Just kind of decide how you want to approach those movements, either doing it CrossFit style or CBC style. For Saturday, our lift class, we didn't get any pull-ups in during the week, so we're going to do them in our lifting class with the weighted pull-ups, still working on that pulling motion with the landmine rows and the barbell curls, and then we're supersetting those with some core movements there. Testing this week will be jump ropes and core endurance, and then the squat endurance as well. And then our CBC to finish the work or finish the week out. This looks pretty tough. So confidence workout, you want to pace yourself. You definitely want to pace yourself this day. There's not a whole lot of room to catch your breath between the rowing, the double burpee, and the kettlebell squat cleans. Your time to breathe is with that dumbbell farmer's carry walk. All right. See you guys in class this week. Thanks.